Sunday night, 9 p.m. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just sitting there, maybe watching something, maybe scrolling, and somewhere in the back of your mind, there it is again. That feeling, you can't afford to quit. Not because you hate your job, not because your boss is terrible, but because if that paycheck stopped, your entire life would start falling apart within 90 days. And that's not a money problem. That's a trap. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how you walked into it, and more importantly, how to build your way out. There are 3 specific comfort traps keeping you financially dependent on your job. And the third one involves a number that 95% of people have never calculated. But not knowing it is the single biggest reason most people work until they're 65. Stay with me. Let me ask you one question. If your job disappeared tomorrow, layoff, company shuts down, whatever, how long could you survive? Be honest. Not technically I have savings. Actually sit with the math. Rent, $1,400. Car payment, $650. Student loan, $400. Groceries, utilities, phone, Netflix, Spotify, gym, another $600 easy. You're at $3,000 a month before you've done anything fun. Now, how many months of that do you actually have saved? For most people, the answer is 60 to 90 days. Some people, less than that. Let me make this real. Alex is 27, works a corporate job, makes $70,000 a year, good salary, stable company, manager who respects him. Everything looks fine on the surface. But if Alex's paycheck stopped tomorrow, his savings cover about 3 months of expenses. By month 1, he's cutting subscriptions. By month 2, he's calling his parents. By month 3, he's taking any job he can find. Not the right job, any job. That's not a career. That's a countdown timer. And here's the part that should scare you most. Alex doesn't feel trapped. He feels stable. He feels fine. Because the paycheck keeps coming. That feeling of stability is exactly what the trap is made of. Now here's where most financial advice fails you. You've probably heard, hate your job? Quit. Start a business. Follow your passion. Invest in yourself. That advice is useless, not because it's wrong, but because it skips the actual problem. Alex doesn't hate his job. Alex is comfortable. And comfort is the most expensive thing you will ever own. Here's the real question. Is your job a choice or is it a requirement? Right now, for Alex, and probably for you, it's a requirement. You don't stay because you want to. You stay because you have to. Because if you didn't show up Monday, the whole thing collapses. So this video isn't about quitting your job. It's about making quitting possible. Because when you can leave but choose to stay, that's power. Right now, you have no choice. There are 3 specific traps keeping quitting impossible for Alex. Once you see them, you can't unsee them. And once you know how to break them, the math changes completely. Let's go. Alex makes $70,000 a year. That sounds like a lot. Let's find out if it is. After federal and state taxes, Alex takes home about $4,400 a month. Here's where it goes. Rent, 1 bed, mid-tier U.S. city, $1,400. Car payment, $650. Student loans, $400. Groceries, $350. Utilities plus phone, $200. Subscriptions, streaming, gym, apps, $150. Total fixed expenses, $3,150. What's left? $1,250. $1,250. That's it. That's Alex's actual financial freedom in a month. Everything else is already spoken for before he wakes up Monday morning. And here's the scary part. Most people don't fall into this trap because they're irresponsible. They fall into it because the system quietly encourages it. Big salary, fixed expenses to match, and a feeling of security that has nothing to do with actual security. A golden cage is still a cage. The door is just nicer. Now, what happens when the paycheck stops? Month 1, subscriptions gone, eating at home only. Month 2, calling family, stress starting to show at interviews. Month 3, taking any job available, not the right job. The fix for this trap is simple, but uncomfortable. Calculate your real monthly number, not your salary, your actual take-home minus fixed expenses. That number is what you're actually working with. Most people have never looked at it. Quick question, did you get a raise in the last 2 years? What I'm about to show you happened to Alex in the last 12 months. And there's a 90% chance it happened to you too, and it may have just cost you 6 figures. Alex got a $10,000 raise last year, $833 extra a month. He did what felt natural. Slightly nicer apartment, newer car, better gym, dinner out more often. Feels reasonable, right? Let's run the math. $833 per month invested at 8% average return over 20 years equals $494,000. That $833 a month in lifestyle upgrades didn't just cost Alex $833. It cost him nearly $500,000 over 20 years. He got richer on paper and poorer in reality. His income went up. His net worth barely moved. You didn't get wealthier, you got more comfortable. And those are opposite directions. This is lifestyle creep. And it's not just one raise. It happens every raise, every bonus, every time your income edges up. The number changes, the trap stays the same. The fix, the 50% rule. Every raise you get, invest at least 50% of it before you upgrade anything. If you get $500 extra a month, $250 goes to assets first, not negotiable. The other $250 you can spend guilt-free. This last trap is the most important one. It involves a specific number, and 95% of people have never calculated it. Not knowing this number is the single biggest reason most people work until they're 65. Alex wants financial freedom. He thinks about it. He watches videos about it. But he has never calculated what it actually costs. So here's the formula. It's simple. Freedom number equals monthly expenses times 12 times 25. This comes from the 4% rule. If your investments equal 25 times your annual expenses, you can live off the returns without ever touching the principal. Your money works. You don't have to. Alex spends $3,150 a month. His freedom number, $3,150 times 12 times 25, equals $945,000. Now, Alex's current invested assets, about $9,000 in a 401k. That's a $936,000 gap. That sounds impossible. Here's why it's not. If Alex invests $1,500 a month at an average 8% annual return, he hits $945,000 in 22 years. That's before he gets any raises, before he cuts any expenses, before he builds any side income. $1,500 a month at 8% for 22 years equals $1 million plus. The gap isn't the problem. Not knowing the gap, that's the problem. Comfortable people never calculate their freedom number because the number looks big and scary. So they avoid it. And that avoidance is exactly how they stay stuck. Do this right now. Pause this video, open your calculator. Monthly expenses times 12 times 25. That's your number. Write it down. I'll wait. Know your number. Once you have it, everything changes. Every financial decision becomes, does this move me toward that number or away from it? That clarity is worth more than any single investment. Here's what I want you to understand. This is not about quitting your job tomorrow. This is not about burning your career down. Alex doesn't need to quit. Alex needs to build, quietly, consistently, while the paycheck is still coming. Month 6, Alex has his freedom number written down. He's cut his fixed expenses by $400. He's investing $1,500 a month. His asset column is growing for the first time in his life. Month 12. His invested assets cross $20,000. His 401k has a match. He's running the math on a second income stream. Month 24. Alex's trajectory is clear. The math is working, and something shifts in his psychology, not because he can quit yet, but because he can see the path. The turning point isn't when you quit. It's when you could quit, but you don't have to. That psychological shift, from I need this job to I choose this job, that is the actual freedom. And it happens before the money is fully there. It happens when the direction is clear. Right now, Alex can't afford to quit. In 24 months of consistent action, Alex chooses to stay. Same job, different relationship with it. That's the exit being built. Right now, Monday morning, alarm at 7 a.m. Alex wakes up. Before he's fully conscious, the week is already there. The commute, the meetings, the inbox, and underneath all of it, the quiet knowledge. He has to be there. Not because he loves it, because if he's not, the rent doesn't get paid. He showers, gets dressed, goes, not because he chose to, because he has no choice. 2 years later, same alarm, same job, same city. Alex wakes up, he thinks about work, and for the first time, there's no dread underneath it. Because the math works now, because there's an asset column, because the freedom number has a timeline. He could not go, he chooses to go. The moment your expenses stop controlling your decisions, you stop being an employee of your paycheck. That feeling, that is financial freedom. Not a beach somewhere, not quitting on a Tuesday. Just a Monday morning where you choose to be there. That's what you're building toward. The question is whether you're going to start. Before you do anything else today, calculate your freedom number. Monthly expenses times 12 times 25. That's your number. Write it down. Drop your freedom number in the comments below. Just the number. You don't have to share anything else. But I want you to put it somewhere real, not just in your head. And if you see someone else's number, encourage them. We're all building the same exit. And if this video made something click, send it to one person who needs it. One friend, one colleague, one person you know who's stuck in the same trap Alex is in. I'll see you in the next one.